The time has come for me to build a new website. The last time I made a new site for my business, it was a rush job, and I think we can all agree my old site was meh at best. I know there are better tools available today that will let me finish my site much faster and help make it look so much better. I'm Nick, and today we're going to build my new website 5 times with 5 different tools and get an idea of how they work. Each of these tools will let you design and even publish for free, with some options for upgraded subscriptions. And all of them can help you link your own custom domain. To start, we're partnering with Framer, which ended up being my favorite all-around website builder because it's super easy and fast to get started, but it scales up significantly if you want more powerful features. The first thing I noticed was that I loved the templates. Let's let somebody else handle the initial design work. And whether you use a template or start with a blank page, you can always work with Wireframer, which is Framer's AI design assistant. I removed a few things from the template and rewrote some placeholder text. And when you select any object on the page, you have a properties panel on the right with an incredible amount of adjustments you can make. And this is where you would go to swap out pictures from a template, but also to change the size, links, and even animations on objects. On the left, there are 3 tabs. There's a tab where you can choose which page you want to work on, and the Assets tab helps you manage styles. From the styles, I was able to quickly change the color of buttons across my site. If we zoom out, we can see that every Framer project starts with 3 breakpoints. These are alternative layouts of your site for desktop, tablet, and phone. The changes you make are updated across all breakpoints. But you can make specific adjustments to the tablet and the phone layouts if you need to. Next, there's the overall design philosophy. The design tools start easy, and you can stick with the easy tools, but if you need them, there are significantly more powerful features that work a lot like other professional design apps. Some people even use Framer for their design work as an alternative to apps like Figma. So let's say you wanted to add a video to a page. From the Insert menu, you can add a new section with a pre-made layout, or add individual objects. You can drag an object from the Insert menu directly to your page. Then use the Properties panel to modify it. If you were embedding a YouTube video, this is where you would put in the link for your own video, among other things. But if you want far more control over the layout, you might start in the Layout menu, where you can create your own frame layouts. And you can design specific layouts outside of the page canvas, something that Framer borrows from Figma. This lets you get everything looking exactly how you want without disturbing your page. And if you're not a Figma designer, Framer has a secret weapon to help you get running fast. Framer Academy is a huge library of video courses and tutorials to help you learn everything you need. Using tips from Framer Academy, I was able to design that custom layout for my sample videos. I can easily compare that to what is already on the page, and when I'm ready, I can move the frame I don't want out of the page and move my new layout in. And when you're ready, the Publish button immediately publishes your site with an address on Framer's subdomain. But Framer can also help you register a new domain or link your own if you already have one. And we didn't even see Framer's robust content management system that can help you manage your assets as you grow your business, or the plugin system so you can add more features like an online store or third-party app integration. But I was able to build out a site that mixes simple layout with more complex designs, which I'm very happy with. The next builder I wanted to check out is Wix. Wix is designed to help you through the entire process. You might feel like it's sort of holding your hand through everything, but it does make the process very easy. When you first sign in, Wix will start by asking questions about your goals. I found that this helped me consider some valuable options that I hadn't thought of. After all those questions, you land on the dashboard, and Wix wants to walk you through some of the back-end setup tasks, including buying a new domain. But I wanted to design my site and preview it before linking a domain or buying a subscription. Fortunately, you can do that by going straight to the Design Site button. You can choose a template, or you can use Aria, the AI chat assistant, to build the site. It already filled in a prompt based on the questions it asked earlier. When it finishes generating the site, the editing system and the site preview are together in one single interface called the Harmony Editor. You're already seeing what the site will look like in a web browser, and you can switch between the desktop or phone version of the site and do your work there. When you select an object like a picture, your adjustments are all the way up at the top. This is where you can swap in your own pictures or add a link, or if you select a text box, you can change the font and other styling options. Now, I asked Aria to include YouTube videos on my page. You'll probably recognize the video that they chose for the placeholder. I'll select one and use the Replace Video button to paste in the link for my own video. Moving, resizing, or adjusting objects is very straightforward. You can basically just drag and move things anywhere. And when you're ready, you can publish the page, which makes it live and accessible on the web with a Wix subdomain. You'll need to upgrade to a subscription if you want to connect your own domain or have Wix help you register a domain. And you can set that up and access other management tools by going back to the dashboard. So if you want a building tool that handles as much of the work for you as possible, Wix is a good option. I was able to build a great looking site without much work. Now, what if a familiar interface is your biggest priority? You might want to take a look at Canva. Of course, Canva is the go-to tool for designing graphics and assets, but many people are unaware that Canva can also build websites. On the main page, there is an option to use the Canva AI, but if you start there, any changes you want to make to your site will need to be done in the AI chat, not in Canva's traditional editing tools. So instead, I recommend you click the Create button on the homepage, go to the Websites category, then choose the option for Website. And you can describe what you want in the chat field and click Search to find a template that matches your description, or click Generate to get the AI to generate something based on that description. When you find a template or a generated site that you like, just click it to work with that design. The site that you get here can be edited exactly how you would edit a graphic or a poster that you're designing in Canva. So if you already know Canva, this makes things much easier. And there's a Publish button when you're done. You can create an address on Canva's subdomain, or Canva can help you register a domain or link your own. If you already use Canva, then you already know how most of the tools work. Canva is a design-focused platform that may already be familiar to you, even if it's not as powerful as the other builders. Next, what if you need to build a website really fast? I think that Google Sites can get you from zero to published site as quickly as possible, but it does come with some pretty serious limitations. You can make a blank site or open the template gallery, and you'll find a pretty limited selection of templates. We can pick a template that's pretty close to what we need, not the greatest design, but good for a quick job. You can still make style adjustments by going to the Themes tab and choosing a different theme and color palette. You can go to the Pages tab to see all of the pages on your site or add more pages. Now, starting on the home page, you can edit the placeholder text. When you select a piece of text, you get the formatting tools, including the very important option to add a link. It's easy to replace pictures either by uploading new pictures or choosing pictures from your Google Photos. And of course, you can select a picture and add a link to that as well. I'll switch to another page where there is a universal placeholder. Click the plus button to add a picture, video, calendar event, or even Google Map location. This is a great way to add embedded YouTube videos. Go to the Insert tab to add more elements or build out your site manually. When you preview your sites, you'll see that they are responsive and can be previewed for a computer screen, tablet, or phone. You can click the Publish button, and Google handles all of the hosting duties. And if you do need to connect your own domain, you can do that in the settings for your site. Now, this is not the most feature-rich or beautifully designed site, but I was able to get it online in record time. Now, finally, let's say you like the speed and simplicity of Google Sites, but the template selection is just too limited. You might want to take a look at Card. After you set up your free account on Card, you can click the button to make a new site. You start with a huge library of beautiful templates. But Card only makes single-page websites. So if you're looking for a multi-page customer portal with e-commerce integration and a separate page for employee spotlights, that's not what Card is for. Card lets you build single-page websites that look great very quickly. Your page is full of objects, which are generally held inside a container. So you can select individual objects and move them around, or select and move the container that holds all of the objects. When you select an object or a container, the Properties panel opens, and in that panel you can change the content and the format of what you have selected. If there's a placeholder picture, you can swap in your own picture and modify it. Or if you want to remove something, there is a delete button in the Properties panel. To add objects, you can click the plus button at the top. Sometimes you'll need to add a new container first. You can set up a container with multiple columns so you can control the spacing for multiple videos, pictures, or other objects. Then you can add objects to that container. You can embed YouTube videos, and with that placeholder selected, you can go to the Properties panel and add the address for your video. The editing canvas is your website preview, and you can see how your website will look on a desktop computer or a mobile device. And of course, you can publish for free. There is an option to connect your site to a domain that you've already registered, but that does require a subscription. So if you want something that looks great, comes together quickly, to share a relatively small amount of information, Card is a fantastic option. So now I have 5 great options for my new website, and I'm hoping that you found a favorite or two from this list. For me, I'll be going live with the site that I built on Framer. It's great to know that I'll be able to add an online store or organize assets in a custom CMS later if I need to. To keep learning and for more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to this channel.